more crosses coming in a FIFA World Cup game. You'd have to go back to 66 in their game, in a group stage game against Mexico. So they're very structural, it's not incidental, and it's up to teams that are of lesser quality, with all due respect, smaller teams like the DRC, to read the game and probably try to contain it. But we're allowing them 35, something that they've not managed a FIFA World Cup since 66, tells you, Tuka, that they didn't do as good a job as they could have. And this is an England side that has faced some weaker sides, weaker than DRC Congo.
I'll insist they did a good job. Three-quarter, half of those crosses were out of England being desperate. I do not think it was structural. I don't believe that. It was out of being desperate because they can't play through the middle. Me and you know that. They can't play through the middle. If England actually had the ability to play through the middle, they would have tried to move that defense around. They don't have it. So what happens? Get Gordon on, swinging the crosses. How many times, for example, did Gordon beat his man? He is a forward. No. How many times did he beat his man? He didn't. Why?
Swung in the cross.
So he swung because they knew, you know what, if I get in a space, I'll swing. That's the only way. So you can look at it two ways. You can say the Congolese didn't do a good enough job to stop it, but you can also, they deserve their credit for making it difficult for England. They did. The English could have scored more than two. They scored two. That game.
No one is taking away from the performance of DRC at all.
And that's why sometimes I have a problem with stats. Half of those crosses were desperate ones, and that's why the Congolese dealt with them. Yes.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about?
Two different games.
Desperate.
Yes.
Crosses.
Desperate does not mean you have to be right. They were. What else could they do? Okay, you tell me. What else could they do?
They had a structure, they had a game plan, and they went through it. We know how England
plays. The structure is they have stopped us from playing through the middle. You have to swing in the crosses sometimes.
How many saves did the keeper make from crosses?
How many times did England go through the middle?
I have not said all the crosses were poor. Let's listen to ourselves. I have said half of them were out of them being desperate, especially in the second half.
They were not.
No. I don't want you to do not digress, Brian.
How am I digressing?
I need you to hear what he's explaining, because I
have heard what he's explained. You talk about, and I've not disputed it.
Can we finish statement?
No.
Can you allow any of us, either of us, to speak?
Okay, go.
Thank you, sir.
No, go on.
Thank you, kind
sir. You have said that the English were swinging in the crosses out of desperation.
I said half of the crosses.
He said,
listen, he said they put in 35 crosses. And he was justifying, I think, part of him saying that, what you had said. I'm not disputing it. What I said, sometimes stats can be deceptive.
Were these deceiving?
Because,
mind you,
half of them,
deceiving piece of statistics.
The number.
Yes,
the number is.
Mind you, when we were talking about the crosses, we had not even looked at those numbers.
Yes, exactly.
We were not.
Saw those numbers right now.
Which is fine.
So the numbers are backing up the visual evaluation of the game.
Well, let me ask a question. From what I have said, what have you understood from what I've said? No, let me ask Chico. Chico, what have you understood from what I've said? Chico thinks I have said what you have said is wrong. I did not say that.
I didn't say that.
What game plan? Tick. What I'm trying to say is that you guys are trying to take away a bit of the credit from Congo.
No, we are not doing that.
You know why?
Far from that.
Because you're saying first you started by saying they allowed a lot of them. Of course, they were always going to be. England are a better team than Congo. Let's start there. They have better quality. So there are things they will do, whether they do well or not.
Gentlemen,
it will happen. What I'm saying is, let's not read too much in the 35 crosses, because some of them were out of this English being desperate. When Declan Rice, you can clearly see the ball.
You take Rice from deep lying to the flank. Why? Because the guy is good at bringing in.
You have squeezed him. You have squeezed him. He swings the cross. It goes over. Why? Because there's also defense on him. It goes over. Somehow it comes back in, but you can't say but that cross clearly. Do you want to tell me it was designed?
I'm going to ask us to go into something, because I want us to listen to Coach Thomas Tuchel, and he's come out. He has led England into victory, having conceded first, something that they've not been able to do at any FIFA World Cup. And that man, while he's happy with the result, will be even happier with the mental strength and fight back from his side.
And they lost 2-1, unfortunately for them. I think for me, the Sabra and his team deserve a lot of credit. They put up a fight, gave this English team a good run for their money, and they were properly tested. I'm not going to go into the stats of Anthony. I'm done with that. You won't see me talk about Anthony Gordon.
Road to the final is shaping up even better. Like I said, 66 group stage against Mexico. They had 37 crosses. They'll need to bring up such a display as they are facing Mexico next. So we are getting closer and closer to that last 16, and it'll be very interesting. Still have quite a few games to go, but man, the more you look at this map here, the more it hits you. The World Cup is coming to an end. I'm starting to shake here. The group stages were taxing on all of us, but now it's become a part of our lives.
You're starting to miss not sleeping already.
Yeah, starting to miss it already.
But the other thing I think you need to look out for is how difficult the games are. I mean, you look at the brackets and look at, apart from France, Paraguay, probably, all the other games are going to be difficult for the teams. And ordinarily it should be a walk for Norway, maybe a walk for England. Morocco, in this case, with what they have built, should be a walk. But they're difficult games. Everyone has to clearly put out their best performance if they're going to go past that round.
I agree. I think apart from the France-Sweden match, every other match, I mean, has been contested quite closely, and maybe in the Mexico-Ecuador. But matches have been won by a solitary, goal margin, and some have, of course, ended up as draws and gone all the way to penalties. It just goes to show how competitive the World Cup has become, contrary to probably what many people believe, the World Cup would be with now the expanded format, where a lot of people probably thought the quality was going to get a little bit diluted. So I think it has been a good World Cup, and I'm pretty sure we are in for even more competitive and more exciting matches ahead.
2 penalty shootouts, one of which was a competition in who can miss more. That one, of course, Netherlands and Morocco. But it is France who have had the better results. We've had a number of games, many of them actually, in which results were picked in the dying amber of those games. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how the remaining fixtures go on. In fact, we have plenty more football coming your way. So stick around, because coming up your way right here on Azam Sports 4 HD are a few more games. Belgium up against Senegal. Now, while we have watched the Ivory Coast and now the DRC fall short, Africa will be stunned if they do not see a good result in this one. Senegal come into this one as a favorite for Africa, and obviously around the world, based on what we saw in the group stages, I think a favorite in this match, albeit slight favorite. But the problem with the World Cup is you can never predict, you can never tell, and you can never debate the fact that it's full of surprises. Speaking of debate, if there's anything that we have learned from today, and I have learned over the course of my stay here with Anthony and obviously Tuka, it is one simple fact. As we say goodbye and join you in about 25 minutes, I think every man will agree with me. Whenever the next time I'm arguing with my wife, that is the man who will hold an argument, because I've never met a man who just doesn't accept a loss. But the loss will have to be accepted by DRC, and Africa will have to turn their attention to Senegal. The Africa Giants, the Africa champions are next. Get yourself something to eat, take a break, but be back, because we'll be building up to that one in the next hour. See you soon.